Hi, okay, so these are the February 2026 California wildcard predictions. So, first wildcard is real property. So, let's see since it's been two administrations, including the repeat. And so, somebody made this point that I'm working with from New Jersey that really resonated with me is that it's highly unlikely that even on the retest or the original, they will test it again, because if there's somebody that failed the retest or the February 2025 in this instance for real, they're not going to test it again because they already know, they'll already look up the topic, right? So they might, but it's highly unlikely. Okay, so let's look at what they did on 2/27/24, 2/23. 2/21, 10/20, pandemic exam. Okay, so in this column right here, I'm going to write like, I don't know, landlord, tenant, landlord, whatever it is, like a general. I guess I'm doing that here. So maybe I'll just write what it is, the actual topic. Let me move this over like that. Okay, so let's look at 2/25. We'll go to Bar Exam Drills app, put the jurisdiction of California, go to Essay Drills, 220 property law. So here we go. Recording statutes, shelter rule, payment of deeds, the covenants, 6 covenants, convent spell covenants, and then fixtures, something with Barry in the fixture. Okay, so let's look at 7/24. Conveyance, harassment, easement by necessity, conveyance. So mostly easements, restraint on alienation. Okay, 2/23. So duty to deliver, eviction. Please do that with your essays. Correct as you go. It's a lot faster than doing the spell check at the end. Okay. That's what I tell my students anyways. Ejectment, abandonment, rent. Okay. 2/21. Easements again, like the easement use, the scope, covenants, and the burdens, like the 6 burdens, right? 6 requirements, writing, intent, all that stuff. Okay. Notice, touch and concern, statute of fraud, equitable servitude. Okay. 10/20. Joint tenancy, stir tenancy in common, adverse possession, taxes. So the responsibility of the tenant, taxes, and cutting trees. So I think if this comes up, property in February, I want you to pay attention to not probably this joint tenancy stir thing, duty to deliver. I'd watch out for this one too, February 2023. The whole easements thing, it was done in February 21 and 7/24. So I wouldn't worry about that anymore. But okay, so let's hide these. And then let's get on to Civ Pro. Okay, great. So I already did these. So let's see, Civ Pro. So this must be, since it hasn't been tested, this must be 7/24. We'll verify this in a 7/24. Civ Pro 2/23. 7/21. Maybe I'll take a look at that last one. 2/21, just because I have the room for it. 2/21. Civ. Let's see. Trying to. So we have 7/24. 2/23, 7/21, 7/19, and 17. So 7/24, 2/23, 7/21, 7/19, and 7/16. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to put this in another column, and I'm going to put whether it was federal or California civil procedure. Okay. Like that. Okay, so 7/24 California Civ Pro. So I'm going to put CA here, right? And 2/23 motion to dismiss. So I already have this written down from other times I did predictions. So 2/23 motion to dismiss. See? So what is this? This is federal. I think it's federal. Okay. 7/21 preclusion. Is that right? Is that community property? Or we will see right now. It is community property. Sorry. 7/21 Civ Pro here, California. Okay. Civ California. So 7/19. 7/19. So it's California. 7/19. California again. Let's see, 7/16. I think it's federal, but I could be wrong. 7/16. California. Service of process. PJ, venue, and removal. If you see this, I would say California for sure, because seems like they love California. We're from California. We love California, right? So I would say take a look at this service. 7/16, and then take a look at this joinder one. Let's add that in there. So California service, look at those top, removal, all that stuff. Okay. 7/23, 2/22, 10/20, 7/19, 2/18, 217. 218 and 218. Is that right? Law to highlight it makes it easier. 723, 222, 1020, 719, and 218. Yes. Okay. Let's see what they did here. So 723. Okay. Murder, defenses or mitigation from murder to the manslaughter. Okay. And then there's a crim pro crossover in there, but we'll not pay attention to because it's like a thing at the end here. It's not that. So larceny, burglary, murder. So that means the felony murder rule. Okay. Larceny, burglary, arson, burglary. Basically, you can't, there's not really a defense to murder. Okay. So 222, or it's very 222 crimes. 222 to 1. So we have conspiracy, murder, attempt. Okay. 1020. Okay, we have conspiracy, Pinkerton, larceny, robbery, burglary. Pretty sure there's no withdraw. That's a pretty big one. Withdraw and duress. Okay. 719. Mostly crim pro, it looks like. And then you have robbery. Robbery at the end here. Okay. 218. So mostly crim pro. And then we have kidnapping and attempted kidnapping. Okay. So take a look at 218 and 1020. Okay. Last one. Wills. You can screenshot this too so far. Okay. Wills. See, where do we go back? 225, 722, 721. Two 218, 217. 219, 219, 218, and 217. Is that right? It's 219, 218, 217. Okay. So what are we looking at here? 225 wills. So crossed over with us. Holographic, revocation, DRR, ambiguous terms. Okay, 722 wills. Community pretty. I should say what it's crossed over with. Let's move this over. So it's crossed over with trust. Okay, and then this one was crossed over with community property. Okay, so take a look at this. Witnessing, substantial compliance, holograph, pre-printed wills, pre-printed capacity, and then it goes back into the community property. Capacity. Okay, 721. Crossed over with trust and CP, community property. Okay, so capacity again. So the whole understanding of the bounds. See, witnesses, holographic, and pre-termitted children. Witnesses, holographic, and children. Pre-termitted. I'll just put pre-termitted. Okay, 219. Trust and community property again. I would say mostly trust. 219. So conservatory, testate, succession. Wells. 218. 218 wells. Okay, condition, gifts, codicil, anti-lapse, extrinsic evidence, revocation, omitted child. This one is all wills, pure wills, so I think they'll do that to you this time. Extrinsic evidence, anti-lapse. And I would totally pay attention to this. In fact, I'm going to write it up here. Let's see what 217 was. Is it pure one too? Undue influence? Ooh, that's a good one actually. Pure influence. I would look at this one too. Undue influence, capacity, revocation, residual revocation. So take a look at this exam for sure. All right, let's see. Let me write that in. Undue influence here. Okay, take a look at 218 and 217 for sure. Take a look at it all, but pay close attention to 218, 217. Okay, so good luck with your exam and leave a comment or a like and let me know if you want any opinions. I will be sure to reply in the comments. Good luck.